Also see one high asset like Keeper Water, Twin Soul Temper Seeker Void. 16 players fighting for a spot. It seems like Alpha Squid is very very precise with the time here. And we are off. We see Winson versus Alpha Squid. Kudikoma, Seeker Water versus Kudikikita, Keeper of Air. This is going to be very exciting. So we might see, I assume, Honor Lion, but as I said, the Asia community has another meta, or has had. So we'll have to see. And just as a reminder, we're playing Emerald Legacy, so you will see 45 or 43, 40 plus card Dynasty decks because of the new rules to Rally, which means that the Rally cards don't count towards the minimum deck requirement of 40 cards, which is pretty cool. One of my favorite changes, personally, from the previous installments of L5R rules. Winson mulliganing 2 cards. Alpha Squid taking a bit more time to consider their mulligans. Winston Lee, a player I'm not too familiar with. Alpha Squid, a player that has recently appeared very active in the discussions over Emerald Legacy, which is always cool to see. Deciding to mulligan 2 as well. We see Lion on first player. Winston mulliganing 3 cards on conflict, and so does Alpha Squid. Okay, so we see Bushido the Herent, which could suggest that this is indeed Honor, but could just be some Lion mid-range, looking at all these 3 costers. For Alpha Squid, it's looking like some kind of good stuff as well. Cunning Negotiator and Dodgy Whisperer. Classic L5R. Lion, classic FFG L5R, of course. The core set showed us Lion military power versus Crane political magic. Also classic opener, LPB +2. Has been a good play for 4 years, basically. Yeah. Brawler +4? Yeah, sure. Back in the good old days, when the game was a bit slower, that could be a thing. I mean, sure, LPV +4 and then pass first and get Indomitable Will, something, I don't know. Could have been a good play back in the day. What does Alpha Squid go for here? We see Dodgy Whisper, no fate. Interesting. Always scary to play characters into first turn last by Brawler, especially when they are first player. See Winson passing. I assume we're gonna see another character then from Alpha Squid here. Season of War. Okay. Not content with the characters they got. Ooh, and Winson finds a Kodo Center. This is a great start for Winson. We see Dodgy Kosunobu, Dodgy Iron Warrior, Cunning Negotiator, and Dodgy Challenger. Challenger could be pretty good here. This does, however, mean that Winson will get another Passing Fate. So gaining a lot of extra fate here because of that Season of War, which costed Alpha Squid 1, plus the Passing Fate again. Let's see if we see Kusunobu with 1 fate. That's kind of expensive, gets Honor though, or the Challenger for a potential duel. That's tricky because then probably the Challenger defends, and then if the Lightspread Brawler loses, the Kidney Coma bows the Whisperer. So yeah, tough spot for Alpha Squid here. Especially with the Centaur as well, so yeah, good start for winson, even though we're just in the Dynasty phase. Cunning Negotiator has Rally, which means that when it is revealed, you put another card on top of it. Season of War places all the cards face up to begin with, so it is never revealed, and therefore, yeah, therefore it does not trigger Rally. We're learning stuff here on my stream, that's great. It's the same thing with Windswept Yurt, where it refills the province face up. Yeah. Alright, so we do see Alpha Squid taking some time to consider this first conflict for sure. I mean, this first Dynasty phase even. We're not even in the draw phase yet. So with the Season of War here, we have gotten some information of winson's deck. It does definitely not look like Honor, which we usually see out of Secret Water. So this might just be some of that Asian spice that might take Alpha Squid off guard. Ooh, and we see Dodgy Challenger +1 fate here. Interesting play. That is quite risky if there's a Void Ring. winson goes for 3, so it's maybe some kind of honor switch that has been popular for some Lion players. Shoutouts to Kidlis, of course. The one true honor switch player who had a 4-win con deck at one point. Honor, Dishonor, Break, and Concede. That was an experience to play against for sure. Kirill is now, of course, making huge splashes in the Flesh and Blood community, winning a bunch of stuff everywhere. So I've seen, back to this game, we have seen a 5-3 bid. winson up to 15 honor, Alpha Squid down to 9 with a 1 fated Dodgy Challenger. I assume we're gonna see a Void attack on Tsuma here. Could see a, yeah, no water. Okay, so I guess the idea here is to bow the Challenger and then win and bow the Whisperer as well. That's also a good good plan. And then go Void for the second conflict. Yeah, I like this. Very nice play by winson, I think. And has the Kidney Coma as a safeguard if it goes bad. Can still bow out pretty much everything. Return of Fence is also super scary here because of said Kidney Coma. I have not tried Flesh and Blood yet. I looked at the gameplay trailer and I have understood that the core game that you get, the base game, is very different from like competitive. But it didn't really click with me. There's something off with it. I'm not sure if it's the art style or the gameplay. But yeah, I should probably try it. Questionable Dynasty by Alpha Squid. Yeah, Challenger +1 fate is very aggressive. there has to be some kind of reason to go for, to keep that one fate. I assume a return the offense, but that is, as we said, kind of risky with the Kunikoma. We see Ayubune Pilot, the boat, first boat trait in the game. This means that Winson is losing the conflict as of now. I think Winson is kind of fine with this. Could use Kunikoma to just bow the Whisperer and get it done with, and then next conflict go center. But no, we see a perfect cut, a card that you definitely don't see in a lot of decks. That I haven't seen in a lot of decks, I should say. In Lion decks. Perfect cut could be very strong line actually. They do have some nice glory. We see Lance by Paragon, Bushido Adherent, Centaur, all 2 glory. Motso as well. So yeah, and they have a lot of bushes, so why not? Could play cards like Tactical Ingenuity and Exposed Courtyard to recur these events. So yeah, sure. Perfect cut. Let's see if we see another card here from Alpha Squid, maybe a duel of some sort. Perfect cut is the Fine Katana of Champs, yeah, for sure. It's kind of like a Fine Katana in that it gives +2 in the conflict and then maybe +2 afterwards, with the extra bonus of gaining +2 political as well if you win for most of line characters. Oh, and here we see the return offense, which is, as I said, quite scary because of Kunikoma. So I'm not too sure about this one. Going down to 0 fate and going up to 6 skill, of course. But Winson just needs one more card to bow the Challenger and bow the Whisperer. Or just lose the conflict, use Lance Prime Roller to bow the Whisperer and then lose the conflict to bow with Kunikoma. So yeah, a classic fork, as one would say if one played chess, where damned if you do, damned if you don't. All options are bad. We see Alpha Squad bidding 3 on this one, giving Winson a lot of honor here. Let's see if Winson wants to fight this or and try to get a break, or just bow out the board. With the Lions, we are gonna see a fight here, or maybe just a bait. Oh, baits out the Voice of Honor with that Way of Lion. That is super great for Winson, I think. Well, what other big events can Winson play? I'm not sure. With Lion is probably one of the better ones. But oh well. Half Squid passes, winning the conflict, but still gonna maybe get his whole board bowed out. Good old Lion's Pride Brawler. See, disarm on the you wouldn't have prepare for war. Does not work on Lion's Pride Brawler because it is not a commander. So we do see the Winson wanted to win because of the expanded perfect cut. Yeah, that's why they didn't take the loss. Wanted to get maximum value out of that, sure. Once in Tarot later, you come from the future. You must be far ahead in the future. What? And here comes, yeah, the void ring that we discussed earlier. Here's Frostbitten Crossing, no defense pass. That is gonna be Challenger gone as well. Are we gonna see a political boost here? No, so Alpha Squid survives with one break only. But the board is gone. Starting out from 0, basically. Winson keeps their Centauro and 4 cards in hand, 17 honor. So definitely looking like a good start for the Lion. Let's see if Alpha Squid can claw this back. We're probably not going to see the Dadoji Iron Warrior stay in play here, considering the low card count. Yeah, and ditching the Cunning Negotiator as well. Probably pretty good, since most of Lion's usual provinces are non-action abilities. See, Art of War, we see Spectral Visitation, and so on. Here's a character that's very good against such provinces as Spectral Visitation. We see Doji Kosonobu, who blanks all reaction abilities when he's in conflicts, so he can just run straight into stuff like, yeah, Spectral Visitation. Ooh, and double Lion's Pride Paragon for Winson. And we see Champions of Yomi. That's a card I haven't seen in a while. That's pretty cool. A card that I'm surprised doesn't find more space in decks because of its adaptability. That's not the correct word, but you get what I mean. You can choose between using champions or Cured Coma when you lose a conflict, which is pretty cool. 1 to 5 bid, Alpha Squid going down to 1 honor, 3 honor, and Winston going up to 21. Getting some card advantage here is Alpha Squid. Let's see if they can convert it into board advantage and, well, game advantage, I should say. Flexibility, that's the correct word, thank you. That's what I was looking for. So double Lion's Pride Paragon. Gonna see some big conflicts this turn. Ooh, and the snipe of Spectral Visitation. As I said, not the greatest province against Doji Kosunobu. Really nice find here by Alpha Squid, I have to say. And forced to go honor, no defense pass. Yeah, Winston does not care about this province anymore. It has done its purpose, which was nothing in this matchup, unfortunately. Yeah, we're gonna see a big military attack here, and I think we might just see 2 broken provinces for Winston, because I'm pretty sure Crane doesn't have any readies in clan, like ready. Most of them are splash banned, yeah. I can only think of Return of Fans and Kikita's Final Stance. We have the Crane to honor Kosunobu. Of course, he cannot be honored by Kirin Kikita because it is a reaction. Needs to use those way-offs. Here comes Earth. Good to gain some Earth. No, Fire. Earth. Earth is good. Draw cards. Try to mitigate that card disadvantage that Winston is currently finding themselves in. Yeah, no defense. And we see a reply here from Alpha Squid. We could see, if it's Scorpion Splash, we could see an expensive Mark of Shame. Try to stop the break. We could see some kind of conflict character. Not sure what else. One second, says Alpha Squid. Having some issues or just needing some time to go deep into the tank here. Consider their options. Okay, so what can Alpha Squid have here? We haven't seen this splash yet. Could be Dragon Splash. No, we're just gonna see a pass. So bricks. And Voice of Honor discarded. I think Alpha Squid is fine with that. Not the most active card here. And yeah, no redis from Alpha Squid, so we might just see a third break here, depending on the province found. Tactical Ingenuity gets played. A card that is free now in Emerald Legacy, having been banned. Yeah, it was banned in... It was banned, right, in Jade. I think we banned it, yeah. Which is interesting. Interesting to see it coming back. Free card draw with some attachment, some skill attached to it. And also a nice combo if you can put it on a non-unique commander at first, and then this guy's over with Centaur, you can draw 2 cards. Finding a Polling Authority, that is probably gonna break. No defense and a pass, yeah, that breaks as well. And we're gonna have a look at Winston's hand here. Probably a Tactical Ingenuity trigger first. No, Prepared Ambush. Yeah, that's good. Means that Winston can probably pass right away in the Dynasty phase and make sure they get the passing fate. And does not use Tactical Ingenuity, okay. Saves it, so we see in service, Prepared Ambush, Tactical Ingenuity. Ooh, that's a spicy hand. And a terrible hand for a Polling Authority. You don't want to discard in service because they're still active in the discard pile. Tactical Ingenuity, I guess, is the option. If, say, like Matsutsuku comes into play, because she's also a commander. Or if Alpha Squid has another disarm, we could see Prepared Ambush get discarded here to maybe blow out Winston. But we are going to see in service to my lord discarded. Okay. That is most likely a misplay. It's much more reasonable when you can't stack 3 of them on one Fated Big Boy. Yeah, it is more reasonable. But it's still a free card draw. With skill attached to it. So I think it's still quite a bit over the curve. But we'll have to see. We will have to see. Lion are on other fronts quite toned down in Emerald Legacy. They have gotten a couple of other restrictions that weren't in Jade, so we'll have to see. And ooh, this is an interesting flop for Winston. Not the greatest, having saved up 13 Fate here. And finding a Centaur as well. Yeah, not the greatest flop here for Winston, although it is a lot of military skill, for sure. Against a not so military focused Crane flop here. We see Challenger and Brash Samurai being the biggest ones. But Winston only 2 cards in hand against Alpha Squid's 9, so there should be some options for Alpha Squid here. well, kind of 4 cards in hand with the double in service to my lord in the discard pile. So now we might just see a passive from Winson if he wants to be cheeky and rely on prepared ambush. A bit risky considering disarm. Oh, it was Winson that played disarm, okay, yeah. So we could see Alpha Squid either playing disarm or if they are on Dragon Splash, could be let go. They receive Battle Aspirant, so Winson is not gonna completely rely on prepared ambush. I think that's good, because, yeah, Alpha Squid is gonna probably buy another character here, so really nice player from Winson. I'm not sure who this player is, but they are playing quite nicely, yeah. Yeah, making sure to not get completely blown out by a discard of the prepared ambush, and taking the nice risk of using Perfect Cut and blowing out the opponent first turn. Yeah, some clean play here, for sure. And here we see Alpha Squid going 5 again. Winston going for 3, so Alpha Squid down to 1 honor. A single air ring win here will take the game. That is risky. Let's see if that one extra card that Alpha Squid drew will help here. One can always draw 4 cards to not be liable to just lose the conflict. Then it forces the opponent to break, to maybe spend another card. You get what I'm saying, yeah. Basically, it's usually good to not go down to 1 honor when you can go down to 2. If you don't want to risk it. But it looks like Alpha Squid is going aggressive here, which is reasonable. They are behind quite a lot, so they maybe need the cards to catch up here. We have the Cranium Bear Samurai, because it's probably not gonna participate alone against this horde of aspiring battlers. Battle Aspirant, a 3 skill with a Harpoo. Here we see Mark of Shame, so it is going to be Scorpion Splash for Alpha Squid. Mark of Shame is risky to play against commanders because of a card named Prepare for War. Let's see if Winston can find it here. This could also be a Noble Sacrifice, potentially. Although we did see the one Fate on the Brash Samurai, so maybe not. Oh, misclicked. Pass. Conflict phase begins. Scarlet Saber, so Unicorn Splash on this line list. So some kind of semi-tower-ish. Well, Scarlet Saber is just a good card. Unicorn Splash, of course, very neutered by Favored Mount and Guardian Customs being splash banned. So we won't be seeing a bunch of towers running around with 4 horses anymore. Fortunately, for most of us. And yeah, we do see the airing. We do see full-on military attack here. Weight of Duty is the province of choice. Interesting. Which means that we could see Doji Whisper get sacrificed to deal with a Battle Aspirant. Interesting. And Battle Aspirant forces the Whisperer to defend. Opening up that option, or well, forcing that option for Alpha Squid. Yeah, we're gonna see a full defense here. And let's see if Alpha Squid can deal with this onslaught. We have another 6 skill coming in. So Winson is up by 8, breaking by 3 then. Even with the Whisperer, they are winning by 5. There's a little surprise power though from a line water roll. Forcing honor with low cards after such an event is... Forcing honor with low cards after such an advantage really is a mistake. Especially hoping Perp Ambush stays on is very hopeful. Yeah, it is quite risky. But Winston just needs to win the airing here. And this is forcing another full defense out of Alpha Squid. With Crane that don't run that many readies, we only see Return Offense, which could get played here. Because of the low political skill and maybe Tessence as well. So this blowout here could be good. He is on 22, but Alpha Squid is on 1. That's the key thing here. Crane guy does stop box, yeah, because Nobu stops Kyurin Kikita and stops Kyurin Koma. That is correct. And we do see return offense, which is fine here, but Winson is winning. So we're gonna have to see Alpha Squid do more than that. There's a noble sacrifice. Do we see censure? No censure, okay. So trading 4 skill for 4 skill. So still winning by 1. Interesting play. And also turning off Voice of Honor if there is one left. Interesting for sure. Winson down to 4 cards. Candy to... Oh yeah, and going up to 2 honor here with no sacrifice. Yeah. So Winson might just have to force the conflict here, or we could just see Winson take the win here and maybe have a ready with the Tessin or something, and then just go for post. Second conflict. Yeah, no counterattack. We could see Tessin on the Whisperer, but Alpha Squid does not have fate to disguise over with Kageu. So Winson taking some time to consider here. What to do. A lot of fate, but not many options. Can play the 2 battle aspirants. Of course, Winson is quite ahead here. They don't really need to win this turn. But we do see an attempt for it, for sure. Oh, he won RTO. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did win RTO. So we do have a return conflict here. Ooh, yeah, that's right. There is an RTO in play. Now we're rolling, yeah. It's great to see the tournament in play. Alpha Squid passes, knowing that they don't lose, and Kusunobo stays active and ready. Could see a political water maybe to ready the Whisperer. Didn't he use he used RTO on the Whisperer? Oh yeah, he did. Interesting. Not too sure about that one. Because Nova is just straight up stronger. Maybe Alpha Squid wants to use some kind of reaction on the attack. Here we see the 3rd battle aspirants. Now Alpha Squid is gonna have to play some cards here. Because now they are definitely losing. Ooh, and we do see the weight of duty on the Whisperer, ouch. So that's gonna be 7-3, so Winson needs one more skill, and we see Heroic Resolve coming down, so this is definitely a tower deck, yeah. Does Alpha Squid have any more? 2 return defenses gone, and both completely negated. We see Bonsai. Winston down to 3 cards, of which we know 2. We know of Prepared Ambush, and we know of... I don't remember. Let's see here. Tactical Ingenuity, yeah. I'm putting myself at 1 again with the Bonsai. Yeah, that's correct. Really playing with fire here. Whew. What is happening? Winston just needs to win, yeah. And Alpha Squid needs 2 more skill. From somewhere. Could see Fine Katana, could see... could not see Moko's Shame because that is... to Fate, we could see For Shame. And there are a lot of courtiers in here, so there could be For Shames. We see Soul Beyond Reproach, that is expensive. But it looks like Winston is okay with this. See a pass. We do see a Fate gain here. No, we don't see, because Keeper of Air is a reaction. So Kosonobo stops that as well. No, yeah. Kosonobo causing some havoc here. The old Fox Clan. Son of the Daimyo, I think. This game has definitely been weird, and that's what I love about Swiss games. They are crazy. There are some really cool decks. You should have seen the last game, in which we saw a really cool Mirumoto deck that almost made a Mitsu deck sweat. Alright, so we do see Alpha Squid surviving for one more turn. And Winston still with only 1 break. We see Kuwanan and Brash Samurai. And still a lot of military skill here coming down Alpha Squid's way. Let's see, 4, 7, 8 currently. Bushido Adherent for another 6. See Brush Samurai. With no Fate, probably gonna get sacrificed to Weight of Duty, I'd assume. Favor is online for Alpha Squid now, so we could see Censures, perhaps. We do see Bushido Adherent with 2 Fate, both players bidding 1 right now, yeah, sure. Winston still threatening the honor/dishonor win here. Going for the triple win con at least. It's really cool. So no unique characters to use Insert to My Lord on, but still available for later. We see a single attack here with the Brush Samurai. Could be a Tesson coming down for the defense. Coming in Earth. Earth is quite strong with the opponent at only 4 cards in hand. The other rings not so much. A lot of Fate saved here by Alpha Squid, deciding not to buy Kuwanan. Finding Art of War. Let's see if we see a defense here. Probably not. Coming in with 3 and then 5 skill. No defense, yeah. And probably a pass. Could also see assassination, I guess. So this time he chose not to take passing fate and rely on ambush, even though probably Alpha is striking stronghold. This time he chose not to take passing fate and rely on... I don't know. We'll see ready for battle get discarded. Could be good if there are, as I said, for shames. And oh, we don't see a test in here, so Alpha Squid losing out on 2 skill here. Risky. Winson coming down with 12 military. Oh yeah, ready for battle is, yeah, a reaction as well. So pretty good discard for Winson, I'd have to say. Ooh, Kusunobu causing some real trouble here for both players. Take the 2 fate off the watering. That last print forces Kusunobu into the conflict. 12 to 6. Alpha Squid is gonna need 3 more skill because of the Mystic coming down as well. Fox wife. Ooh, and we see Miyako not in the conflict. Interesting. Very brave here by Alpha Squid. But the reaction won't happen because of Kusunobu. Oh, jeez. Why exactly isn't going for just air? I guess noble sacrifice. But yeah, this Miyako was a bit of an oof, I think. We could see a boat. Ayubuna pilot moving in the Miyako. But missing out on 6 skill here even, with the Miyako ready and the dishonor. Ouch. And now, if Winston just wins this conflict, we can bow the Miyako, so no return attack. Yeah, Alpha Squid has been... it seems to be a newer player, yeah. And that's great. It's always great to have beginners playing in the tournaments as well, because it's a great way to learn the game. L5R is a hard game, so there is a lot of things you can learn from your losses, for sure. Especially when they're streamed, because then you can rewatch the games, and that is great. That is one of the best ways to learn, I think, looking back at your games and seeing all the plays that you made wrong, or you could have done better or differently, or what the other play did well, something like that. We see Way of the Line coming down, we see Tea House, returning the heroic resolve. We see Defender Honor, yeah, I was on some ramble and missed the Defender Honor. Bushido Adherent honors itself. Gives Alpha Squid one more chance to play here. We also saw the Dutiful Assistant coming down, giving Kusunobu +2 glory. Very blue, this card. It is very, very, very blue. Which is interesting. Still the Mystic as well. Yeah, Mystic could come down and get rid of the Dutiful Assistant. And get another +2, +1. 14 to 6 with that total. Which would mean 8, so yeah, Alpha Squids needs a +4 here of some sort. Duel to the death to dishonor the Bushido adherent. Okay, that is interesting. Or just I mean, Winson can just go for the bid 5 here. Oh yeah. Sacked itself. Yeah, that's correct. That is correct. Rob. And Winson deciding whether to accept this duel to the death, which is kind of fitting since this might just be the deciding card here. And also a lion and a crane in the art. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, great way to end this game. Duel to the death, and we are going to see the duel, and Winson is quick to bid. Alpha Squid taking some time to consider here. The numbers are 7 to 6, 6 to 7. Kusunobu at 7, and Bushido the Inherent at 6. And the Inherent could be cheeky and bid. We see a draw. Oh no! No! Alright. Winston could have been 1 and 1. Winston could have been 4 and 1. Winston could have been bid 5 and 1. The 3 bid seems to have maybe kept Alpha Squid in the game here. If we see another pump. We see Noble Sacrifice to get rid of 1 skill. Shouldn't he just have dueled the 2 casters? But that's not as fun though. This could have been a huge swing if the Bushido here had gotten killed. And the disarmed one was only 1 skill. So this was more fun, more exciting. Really a play for the spectators. A so-called TV-räddning, as we say in Sweden. And there we see the weight of duty falling upon Kusunobu, bowing out the Bushido adherent. That is probably going to be it for this game. Winson passes. Don't think we're going to see more from... We are going to see Alpha Squid playing the cards they have left. We could see... Well, actually, with some kind of conflict character here. Well, then probably, yeah, we wouldn't have seen Kusunobu die. So, very well played to Winson with this honor pressure triple wincon lion deck. Really cool to see. Unicorn Splash, Semi-Tower. We see Ready for Battles and Service My Lords and stuff like that. Yeah, very cool. Triple Battle Aspirant taking it over Alpha Squid. Really cool game for sure. And really cool tournament so far. Really cool decks that we have seen. Both games we have seen. And there are more cool decks coming up. In just about 1 hour and 40 minutes, we will see myself play against Hidamoro. And I'm playing quite a special deck, quite a fun deck. Even yours, yeah, even yours. Dahlia, even your deck is cool. So let's have a quick look at the scoreboard while we're waiting for our game. So GB Choi taking it against CW Lim with Phoenix, and JH1 won against Mike Cho. Pretty cool. Let's have a look at the EU and the US as well, real quick here. So we have a lot of games here getting played. Dario won against Liam, as we saw. Arnar won against Adrian. Ooh, that's cool. Arnar taking some names here. Nordic Powers. You're playing later in the US spot as well. Okay, you're playing different decks. Are you playing Phoenix? No? Curtius. Jeff won against Gomez. Keiki Tatsuru won against David Giagnorio. Something like that. David. Anyways. And the US, only one game played. They are sleeping currently, maybe. Corey taking a game against Totorimisio. Pretty cool. Crane 7-4 Palace. Also a cool deck. Kill deck or just honor? I assume kill. Wait and see. Ooh, scary. Interesting. But anyways, I will be back in 1 hour and 40 minutes, and I will see you then with a... It's not a good deck, it's quite a bad deck, but it's a fun deck. Coming up against Hidamuro. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you there.